Hare Krishna, welcome to Ved Sarthi. My name is Sachi. Today we are going to talk about glories of Bhagavad Gita as told by Sri Adi Shankaracharya, who is none other than Lord Shiva. We have presented these verses in both English and Hindi language to facilitate both Hindi and English speaking viewers. Verse 1. Gita shastramidam punyam yah pathet prayatah puman Vishnoh padam avapnoti bhaya shokadi varjitah. One who, with a regulated mind, recites with devotion this Bhagavad Gita scripture, which is the bestower of all virtue, will attain to a holy abode, such as Vaikuntha, the residence of Lord Vishnu, which is always free from the mundane qualities based on fear and lamentation. So basically, the present, this material world where we are staying currently, you would find that, this place is full of fear and lamentation. One has to undergo material miseries in the form of birth, death, old age, disease, Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, and Adi Atmik. But Bhagavad Gita, the power of Bhagavad Gita is when we understand the Bhagavad Gita and apply the principles of Bhagavad Gita in life, then we can get free from this material conception of life and attain the abode of Lord Vishnu, which is free from these material miseries. Text 2. Gitathyan Shilasya Pranayam Parasya Cha Neva santi papani purvajanmani kritani cha. If one reads Bhagavad Gita very sincerely and with all seriousness, then by the grace of the Lord, the reactions of his past misdeeds will not act upon him. So basically, one is suffering here in this material world because of the misdeeds, because of the past karmas. But when one begins reading and understanding Bhagavad Gita and applying Bhagavad Gita in life, by the grace of the God, one can get rid of the reactions of the past misdeeds. Text 3. Maline mochanam punsam jalisnanam dine dine sakrit gita mritsnanam sansara malanashanam. One may cleanse himself daily by taking a bath in water, but if one takes a bath even once in the sacred Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, for him the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished. So this verse says that when we take the bath in the water of Bhagavad Gita, in the sacred water of Bhagavad Gita, then all the dirt of the material life is altogether vanquished. Basically, in this material conception of life, there is a contamination. What is that contamination? That contamination is that we have forgotten our identity. We have forgotten that we are part and parcel of Krishna. And we think that we are this body or mind. We are not able to realize that we are spirit souls. We are part and parcel of the Lord. So when we learn the principles of Bhagavad Gita under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, then this contamination, this material contamination gets cleansed up. Text 4. Gita sugita kartavya kimanya shastra vistareh ya swayam padmanabhasya mukha padmad vinisrita. Because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one need not read any other Vedic literature. One need only attentively and regularly hear and read Bhagavad Gita. In the present age, people are so absorbed in mundane activities that it is not possible for them to read all the Vedic literatures. But this is not necessary. This one book, Bhagavad Gita, will suffice because it is the essence of all Vedic literatures, and especially because it is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this present age of Kali, our age is very less. It's, less than 100 years. And then our intellect is also limited. With the limited lifespan and the intellect that we have, it is not possible for us to understand all the Vedic literatures. All the Vaishnava Acharyas from authentic paramparas have accepted Bhagavad Gita as the essence of all Vedic literatures. So this one book suffices because it is directly spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. So this one book of Bhagavad Gita is sufficient to elevate the soul and attain the purpose of human life. Text 5. Bharatamrita sarvasam Vishnu vaktrad vinishritam Gita gangodakam pitva punarjanmana vidyate. By drinking the Ganges water of the Gita, the divine quintessence of the Mahabharata emanating from the holy lotus mouth of Lord Vishnu, one will never take rebirth in this material world again. In other words, by devotionally reciting the Gita, the cycle of birth and death is terminated. When one takes the nectar of Bhagavad Gita, one can get rid of the cycle of birth and death. So this you can connect with the first verse that we studied, where it is said that one attains the holy abode of the Lord and gets free from the mundane qualities based on fear and lamentation. So basically, one gets rid of the cycle of birth and death and attain the abode of Lord, which are actually the spiritual planets. And in the spiritual planets, there are no material miseries of birth, death, old age, and disease. And Lord Shri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says that one who attains his abode never comes back to the material world. And same is being mentioned here, that one will never take rebirth in this material world again. Text 6. Sarvopi nashadho gavo dogda gopalanandanaha partho vatsaha sudhi bhokta dugdham geetamritam mahat. All the Upanishads are like a cow, and the milker of the cow is Lord Shri Krishna, the son of Nanda. Arjuna is the calf, the beautiful nectar of Gita is the milk, and the fortunate devotees of fine theistic intellect are the drinkers and enjoyers of that milk. Bhagavad Gita is also known as Gita Upanishad, and it is the essence of all Upanishads. Here, all the Upanishads are compared to a cow, and Lord Shri Krishna is compared to the milker of the cow. So Lord Shri Krishna is milking the cow and feeding Arjuna with the beautiful nectar milk of Bhagavad Gita. And Arjuna here is compared to a calf. And all the fortunate devotees who take the beautiful nectar of Bhagavad Gita, they are the actually drinkers and enjoyers of that divine nectar. Text 7. Ekam shastram devaki putra geetam eko devo devaki putra eva eko mantrastasya namani yani karmapayekam tasya devasya seva. There need be only one holy scripture, the divine Gita, sung by Lord Shri Krishna. Only one worshipable Lord, Lord Shri Krishna. Only one mantra, his holy names. And only one duty, devotional service unto that supreme worshipable Lord Shri Krishna. This verse establishes that for the upliftment of the mankind, only one holy scripture, the divine Bhagavad Gita, is sufficient. Only one worshipable Lord, Lord Shri Krishna, is sufficient. Only one mantra, his holy names, harekrishna, krishna krishna, hare hare, hare ram, ram ram, hare hare, is sufficient. And only one duty, loving devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, is enough. So this verse basically unites all the living entities on the earth. And when each one of us follows this specific verse, then one can attain the highest purpose of human life. So these were the glories that we shared. Now next session onwards, we will be learning Bhagavad Gita verse by verse, beginning from chapter 1. These series of videos are dedicated to our Guru Maharaj, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Thakur, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.